those of you girls that are attracted to material things, please be very careful. The story you're about to hear from this guy will open your eyes to know that a lot of guys in Abuja that are acting like they are successful are not so successful. Some of them are even homeless, but a lot of people don't even know about it. And this guy has a lot to say about it. This is his story.
This guy borrows money from ladies and he's always at Transcorp. No, he even sleep with most of these ladies in the car.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe you are telling me that a lot of people in Abuja with really expensive cars are homeless.
Of course they are. There are a whole lot of them that you would not even know, because they drive the best of cars, they wear the best of clothes, ranging from even the Range Rover latest that you see to Lexus, even down to Mercedes Benz.
And they are homeless.
I don't believe you. I'm going to share a story.
I'm
going to share a story that will shock you. I had a friend, and this guy indulged himself in internet scam. We were childhood friends. Now that guy, as at 2017, bought a latest model. That's an RX 350 2017.
Wow.
Yes, that car was his life. He adored that car so much. Now,
in 2017, he bought an RX 350 2017 model.
Yes.
Wow.
At that year.
It means he had so much money.
Yeah. So that guy, life happened. Just to cut the long story short, life happened to the guy, and he was evicted from his house. Now, what he does is that he had group of friends. Now, his properties were in his car. His wood, whatever, his native and all of that was in his car. Now he can come to my house, for instance, and be like, guy, are you around? He goes into the shower, have his bath, and goes out. That's how he keeps on doing it from one guy's place to another. And he's always at Transcorp. He's always at Transcorp. Nobody would ever know. But when we got to find out, because his looks are very good, he looks still good. Now something must be sustaining his lifestyle, something must be sustaining his lifestyle. Now we found out that this guy borrows money from ladies because of what he's assumed to have. Because of what he's assumed to have. He's anybody that sees him, he drives the best of car, he wears good clothes, designers and all of that. So people will always think that this guy is okay, but he's homeless.
Wow.
He even sleep with most of these ladies in the car. So now apparently something happened that broke the camel's back. Now there was this girl that he brought to my house. Then years ago I was in Apo, and this was what made us to cut off from the guy entirely. Before then, prior to that time, we've always advised him, bro, sell this car and get a smaller car, and you can still be able to rent an apartment. As at then, apartments were not too expensive as the way they were now. That car was worth over close to at 27 million thereabout. You could get a Corolla. As at then, Corolla was less than 4 million naira, and you still be mobile. But he refused to listen to us. So he brought a girl to the house, and he took the girl inside. I don't know what transpired. I and my brother were in the parlor playing video games. We don't know what was going on inside the house. So when he left, he's our childhood friend. We know him, and we don't want to cut him off almost immediately. Now, when he left, a group of SARS guys, came to the house the next day. They came to the house the next day, and I came out. I heard a very loud bang at the gate, and they came out. Now, when they came out, they were asking, where is this guy?
Where is this guy?
Yeah, do you understand? Where is this guy? And we were like, this is not
his house.
And before I could say Jack, I heard a very loud slap on my face.
Chineke.
And they took me down to their office. That was when they were still operating. Their office is in Abattoir, And my elder brother followed me there, and he was angry. I was pissed, So when I got to the office, we spoke to the DPO, and I told the DPO that we are going to get this guy. What we did was that we set him up. We called him to a hangout and all of that. Now, when he came to the hangout, we reached out to the guys. They got him arrested. Now, when we got that guy arrested, we were still the ones that bailed him out. They wanted to teach him a lesson. We bailed him out, but wanted to teach him. After that incident happened, we all cut off from him. Not even just bailing him out. We paid off what he was owing to the girl.
I'm confused. Why did SARS come for him? He was owing a lady.
He borrowed money from the girl, and he did not pay.
Oh.
Now, based on the fact that he probably brought the girl to the house, it was assumed that was his house. So that was when they kept on looking for him. That was when they came to my house.
Wow.
You get, so most
That's
of these things happen, but most times I really don't fault the guys. Like I always say, I fault the girls because they are always attracted to material
things.
They don't care to know what this guy does for a
if
living.
he's a ritualist,
they don't care to know what he
they
does
don't even
for a
ask
living.
these questions these days.
You get, and a lot of them in Abuja here, you see them looking so good, but bro, they don't have anything that they are doing. What do you I have a project. I have a project. I need 1 million. Once that project mature, I will give you 5 million. And these girls keep on falling prey to it. Now, when you see a guy that is really struggling for his life, and he's staying in a 1-bedroom apartment, you don't want, because you want to be tagged. You see, there's a popular thing that people always say that is, I rather cry in Dubai than to cry in Lugbe. Do you understand? Than to cry in Lugbe. So it happens a lot, and most of these girls keep falling prey to guys like this. I see it happen all the time. And at the end of the day, you come out and give even the innocent Abuja guys a bad name. You give them a bad name because, see, as much as there are guys that are living fake lives, there are still guys that are still hustling legit.
They're working legitimately.
Legitimately for their money. And most of the time, these girls are not patient, enough. They just want a guy that is already up there, not minding what he does for a living.
And some girls just want a guy who is available 247.
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives them attention. Like someone like you, for example, you told me you are you're an accountant, and you also have a car dealership. How is it possible that you be available 247? It's not possible, right?
Well, it's not possible.
It's not possible
not
because
possible.
you have commitments, you have work to do, you have errands to run, events to attend. So, but then these kind of guys are always available 247. Like you said, you always find them in really mega hotels, restaurants. They're always there to network with people. Do you understand? And apparently, these are the kind of guys that girls are really attracted to. They want people that have time for them. So it's really making sense to me, because I've heard a couple of stories, and I too have also fallen victim to. I don't want to talk about it because it's possible that some of the people I want to talk about are people who watch me actively, but I have my fair share of experience of some people I know in Abuja that are homeless. You understand? Like, if you see them, you won't know, but they come to visit you. 1 month they are still in your house, and they have no plans to go. In fact, slowly they'll be bringing their clothes. They'll tell you one time, dispatcher that is coming to deliver something to me. It's their clothes though. Small before you know, 1 shoe, 2 shoe, 5 shoes. They've occupied one of your rooms. They are not willing to leave. And it's really bad. And these people when you are working, they are not working. They are just in the house pressing their phones, eating, inviting friends. You understand? So their characteristics, and it's so painful that a lot of ladies do not even look out for these characteristics, and that's why some of you keep falling victim. You end up in tears. This world was designed for you girls to enjoy your lives, but unfortunately you have the wrong priority.
And the truth is that most times, as much as even the word is out there, ladies of our time still want to just, in fact, there's something that I always tell people, that as much as God gave 2 ears to a guy, he gave 2 ears to a lady. As much as he gave 2 ears, 2 eyes to a guy, he gave 2 eyes to a lady. He gave us everything equally. That's to tell you, there's a popular saying that says that what a man can do, a woman can do better.
True.
Then why is it that most girls are lazy to hustle? They always want to be benefactors. They want to be parasites to guys. And that's why they fall prey to both the scammers, the ritualists, and all of it. I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah.
So that's it.
It's really sad. I think that parents and friends have to. You have to be real, because some of you have friends that are apparently lazy. They do not hold anything of value to offer to anyone. Yet they want the best of life, and unfortunately, life is not like that. You want to be with the best. Do you think the best wants to even identify with you? They only want to spend their leisure time with people like you, but not their most important, do you understand me, time. So you have to have something of value to offer. And when you're a valuable person, it will be very easy for you to recognize a valuable person too. Because a very good way to know is that they are not always available 247. That's the truth.
Very true.
So when you have a guy who is always available to you 247, he's always online, he's always texting you, do you understand me? It's a red flag.
Very lucky, You see this thing you're saying, most times it's difficult for ladies to understand that fact. Ladies want someone that is available. You know, most times I have conversations, they will tell you that there's no love without communication. There's no love rather without availability. And I always make them understand that anybody that is too available for you, check that person. There's nobody that is legitimately successful.
We are saying the same
that
thing.
is going to be very
Available to you. It's not possible.
There's nobody that is legitimately successful. We're not talking about people that stay in their house waiting for one maga to pay somewhere. Do you understand?
Exactly. We are saying the same thing, brother. Like, you know, that is the problem. And it's the reason why a lot of friendship don't go past. A lot of girls will say the talking stage. Do you understand? Because they feel like this guy is not giving me attention.
Yeah.
Apparently, that guy is fighting for his life. So if you are also as busy as that guy, I don't think you have any problems. You guys could meet on weekends and have some time together. But you don't expect the guy to always be available. Baba is chasing his dreams. He has his family to provide for. You understand? He is a leader in the
yeah.
So,
a lot of things.
you know, what are some things that you think girls should consider in order to identify guys like this?
Okay, number one, yeah, like we rightly said, if a guy is too available for you, you know that he doesn't have anything he's doing that is tangible, that is legit. Now, what I mean is this: so people will quote it and be like, okay, there are tech guys that work remotely, but truth is that they work according to the time zones of countries, yeah. But during the day, they are asleep because they are awake at night doing legit jobs. They don't still have time.
They don't still have time
Because the time that you feel that they are free, there isn't it to rest. So now, ladies should first identify anybody you come across that you see that is doing really well. Please identify what he does for a living.
Don't just ask questions.
Yes.
You have to take your time to
identify,
to understand what he really does
for a living. Except you are just passing time with him, and whatever comes with passing time with him, don't blame it on any guy.
Honestly, I mean, if a girl has placed so much value in her life, she's really committed herself to, you know, building her what's that thing called? Self-development. Your parents have invested so much into your life and your growth. I don't think you easily want to make such stupid decision. Apparently, some girls, most of the things that are making them look good is because they've come across guys who give them things easily. Awesome. So they feel like they can go on to continue meeting these kinds of guys. You know, and it's really, really crazy. Another thing still, a guy who is really into what he does, at every point he talks about his work. That is another way to also know somebody who is really doing something. Another thing too is that some life could go bad. I'm sure that you've also had a fair share of experience, maybe at a point where things were bad for you. You probably were unemployed, and do you understand me? So sometimes some people, you might meet someone at a point where they are in their low, you know, point in life. So, but there are still other things you can also still do. You know, like when you see people like this, they are always talking about their goals and their ambitions. Do you understand? That is one way to recognize this kind of people. There's a guy I met one time at a popular restaurant in Abuja, and he told me about his dream to create. There was an app he was developing, that this app was going to solve this problem. This app was going to do this. But apparently, this guy does not know shit. He does not know beyond that idea that, oh, this app is going to do this. He does not even have a plan of how he's going to achieve that. I'm sure that maybe he stole the idea from someone else, and that's what he keeps giving to everybody else. So it's just like when somebody wants to set up a business, the easiest thing to do is to tell a graphic designer to design a logo for you, and then call yourself a CEO. So somebody can just easily tell a graphic designer, please design this product for me. Then you'll be showing it to somebody. I'm about to open my so company. I'm about to do this, but it doesn't go beyond that. And still, a lot of ladies fall for these kinds of things too.
Yeah, true that.
So, you know, you have to ask more detailed questions, because anybody can come to you and tell you that, oh, I'm a CEO of this and that.
Yeah, and they don't know. They don't know nothing
about it. Be interested. Whoever it is you're attracted to, be interested in what keeps them busy. Very, very important. Show interest in it. It's very important. So if you plan your life where it is going to be very difficult for you to have heartbreaks, So when you present yourself in a certain way, you only attract certain kind of people.
Yeah,
You know,
true that,
so
very true.
I don't really know so much about it, but I'm just trying to compliment his thought, his opinion about, his experience. So he's an expert, I'm not an expert. So I don't really know so much because I'm not a very, very social person. But the fact that I hear a lot of stories, these are just my opinion. And I think ladies should look inwards. They should really look at their own self. Some of you are really good looking. Any guy will want to stop and connect with you, but unfortunately, you just have the wrong idea of how a good guy should look like, and that will really go a long way in hurting you, because not every guy who is looking so good probably is a good guy. Has good intentions. I've seen a lady so pretty. I don't know how she ended up with this guy. And she ended up hawking on the streets just to take care of her children. And this kind of guys, if you near them, you don't carry belly, twins. See, like your life will just turn upside down. Nobody will ever believe that you once lived a very glamorous life. I pray that God will broaden the horizon of every beautiful lady out there. I pray God will give you direction. God will give you purpose. Most guys have been hurt in the past, actually. I know guys that they are not so confident to talk to girls, but the moment they buy a car, they are talking to all the girls.
Come on.
So because they know that girls are attracted to flamboyance, opulence,
you start hearing
jamborees.
You start hearing, come and pick me. One time I asked the girl, you be beans? come and pick me. Come and pick me.
Oh,
that's
God.
what they like. Come and pick me. They want to be in the front seat of a car, whether it's a borrowed car.
No, they don't care. They don't even ask these questions.
Whether it's a borrowed car or a stolen car, they don't care. They just want
questions.
to be in the front seat. Is my boyfriend. Bring the when you wind down hair under
just
AC,
like that.
just like that.
Just like that.
That's why you see a lot of these girls even date the kidnappers.
And they don't know they are dating kidnappers.
Ritualists. Just because the guy is giving you allowances,
he's giving you so much
money. Someone is crediting you 500,000 every month, 1 million naira every month, and he's not going to work. Every day you are in his house wearing big polo and oversized slippers, cooking nonsense in the kitchen. Do you understand? And you don't care. You don't care what he does for a living. You're just there because of the money that you're seeing from him. And the day police will come and arrest him, they will still arrest you and join because you're an accomplice.
Of course, yes.
Do you understand? So they need to dig deep. You see, a lot of fake ask questions.
Some of them are even getting involved with people that are already married and they don't know. Do you know how many stories I read daily? There was a girl that came to me. I don't even talk about it. It's a very sensitive thing, like so sensitive. In fact, I don't talk about it yet because time is going already. The story is really, really sensitive. And when I look at these girls, I feel sad for them. Among all the good guys, why do they keep falling for these kinds of people? Because these bad guys know exactly what ladies want. And they are willing to put up the show. They are willing to go extra length to fake it.
True. Very true. Very true. Very true.
It's
very true. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I feel like you just look for a guy with vision, a guy who is hardworking. Don't make your what's that list called? The things you need in a man. Don't make it so complex.
Sometimes even some things that their father has not achieved.
They want it
in another guy.
In a young guy, actually.
Younger guy. Your father is 70, has not achieved those things.
Those things, your brother's 2. Your brother is even 30. They have not achieved even half of it.
He's a guy of 25, 27. That you are setting some kind of rules that and list that he must be tall, he must be fat, he must be this, he must be that. So I always advise ladies in general, go for a guy like you said who has a vision.
Yes,
has a vision. Even scripture said that let your vision be made known so that people can run.
And he's not just having a vision; he's actively working towards it.
It's not just
he doesn't think of anything apart
except his vision.
Oh my! See, a good way to know a guy that is ambitious is that he never stops talking about his
dreams.
You understand me? Most guys who have issues drawing the line, they don't know when to stop talking about things like. Even when you're on a date with them. Somehow, before you know, the conversation is changed. That's because they are engrossed about their, I'm sure the opinion that there should be a balance. I support it, but that is just how to know a guy who is ambitious. A lot of guys in Abuja are homeless, but you won't know. Until you draw them close. You can never tell how a man smells until you come close to him.
True that.
I once had that experience. I brought somebody to my house. This guy stayed for Oma, it's getting dark and the video is becoming longer than necessary.
That's fine.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
here.
you.
It was a
Thank
very
you, my
interesting
brother.
topic
Thank you, my
anyway.
brother. Thank
I'll
you
be
so
looking
much.
forward to have you in the future. We could talk about a lot of other things.
Of
You know,
course,
would that be possible?
Of course, trust me, anytime.
Okay.
Anytime. You know you're a great guy.
You should think
You're
I
a
am.
great
Oh,
guy.
thank you so much.
You're a great guy.
Basically, I'm
Yes.
new in Abuja. I don't know a lot of people, so I'm taking my